Hello, welcome to another car fix video from John Martin UK. So today we're going to fix a door handle on the driver's door on a 2006 Honda Civic, one of these boys, if you know what I mean. So basically I'll show you what the problem is. So there it is, it's the driver's door outer door handle casing has come off. I bought the car like this. The door still works, you can open and close it, but this bit here looks horrible. This is the passenger door. As you can see, it looks nice. It's got the cover on it, so look, that's how it's meant to be on the driver's side. So let's fix the driver's door so it's like this. It's quite a smart looking car. Needs a bit of work doing on it, a few other bits. The front tyres need replacing and the alloy wheels need a clean up, repair. So there you go, look, there's the driver's door handle. It's missing, so I ordered one on eBay. I've got one there in the box, ready to fit. It costs 35 quid. So let's see if we can do it, if we can make it look like the passenger side. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get this door card off, or door panel if you want to call it. So we've got to find how to undo panels and undo screws and probably a few bolts or something. So I'll film it as I undo it. I've got to work it out first as I haven't taken one of these off before, otherwise I'd do it easily. Right, so the first thing to take off is this. You've got to basically gently lever it out with a thin screwdriver or a panel popper. I have just undone it. I started leaving it out from the bottom. It came out and then I gently levered it out with my hand. So there's a couple of hooks at the bottom and a clip in the middle near the edge of the door. So there's a hole there, so that clip goes back in there after, and there's two holes at the bottom which I assume those two bits go in. Right, so in next to the electric window switches there's a little bit, the handle bit, there's a panel. It should be clipped in. It was a bit loose, so I've just lifted it out, and there's a little Phillips screw in there, so we'll undo that to get that out. Here we go. Probably needs a slightly bigger Phillips. Let's use this one. There we go, so unscrew that. Right, that's out the way. Right, next there's a little panel behind the door handle. You just get a small screwdriver and unclip that and it should come out. There you go. Get it out. This little panel here. There's a couple of screws in there. We'll undo them next. So I've undone one screw, I'm just undoing the other one, a Phillips with a Phillips. Let's get this out. A bit difficult doing this with one hand, but I'm trying to show you how you do it. There you go. Right, so that's out. Right, so next you've got to unclip the door panel, starting at the bottom work your way along the edge and then up the sides. You just leave it out with your hand, or like I say, one of these thin panel poppers. This is a snap-on one. I've had it about 20 odd years. It's a good tool, this. So I've made a start, as you can see it's all loose. Look, the whole panel's loose, so probably just got to unclip it from the top. So let's see if it unclips. I'm going to lift it up. There you go. I've lifted it up off the top of the window. The glass isn't down at the moment. So there you go. We've got the it's off. So what we've got to do now is unclip the wiring loom there and a couple of cables. The door handle ones. Okay, I've got the door card off, but looking at this, I'd started to strip it all down and I've realised you don't need to do that. All you've got to do is get the door card off, probably unhook the bottom cable. It just comes out of the this bit of plastic trim. It's quite easy. Just unhook it. It's got a little hook there and a bit of plastic that slots in there. So undo that. You probably leave that one on there. This is just for the mirror, so you don't need to undo that. I did pop this up. It pops up from inside the door panel. I haven't taken that off yet. I don't think we need to take that off. So I've pulled it looks like you can get access to the door handle in here. You just pull this bit of plastic trim down, cut it with a knife or something. Just pull that down. As you can see inside there, there's a nut there. You've probably got to undo that. There's a couple of tiny little Phillips screws, and there was a little grommet here. I've taken that off, and inside you can see, well, you can't see it very clearly on camera, but there's a screw in there. We've probably got to undo that. There's some sort of shield with a nut, a couple of nuts on. Got a hole here. You can see there's a nut in there. So I'll have a little play around with it and hopefully we'll get the door handle off. Okay, so I've decided to get this door panel off. So you unclip there, you unclip these two plugs from the electric window, one there and here, and you undo the upper cable from here. There's a bit of plastic underneath. Just get a pair of long nose pliers and it lifts up. When you squeeze the two bits on the side there, it forces it upwards to come out. So I've freed the door card off the door now, so we've got that out the way. We don't want that. If we need to push the window down, we'll take the electric window switch off and just leave it sitting here. But what I've done, taken out 3 screws here. There's one at the top, 2 at the bottom, little Phillips screws, these things. That's released the door lock by the looks of it. So what we've got to do now is we've got to undo these bolts. I think they're bolts. If they're drilled, if that's riveted in, then we ain't going to get it off. Is that riveted in? It looks a bit of a nightmare, doesn't it? Jesus, there's a bolt there. There's like a shield. We've got to take a shield off, is it? Right, let's have a play. Right, so I had to get the, I've got the handle off, but I'll show you how I got it off. Basically took the door panel off, completely. I took this bit out, 2 screws that is part of the door handle. There's a screw up there and then a screw down here where the yellow bits are. You undo that. The hardest bit of this was getting the left bolt out on the back of the handle. If you look at the back, there's 3 bolts to get out. You've got one there, one there, and the left one. The left one was the hardest one. It had a funny bolt in it. It was probably been modified, I reckon, by either the manufacturer or the previous owner. 2 bolts on the right are like this, 10mm. They're easy to get out, but this one, which is the same thread, it's a bit longer and it's got like a round hole or an octagon hole, so I had to get a bit, bang it in with a hammer, and then use an extension lead with the socket adapter, one of these, where you can put your bits in. So say you got that in there, you then put that bit, I can show you, you put that bit in there with an extension. I whacked it with a hammer and I managed to unscrew it. I got it out, and then after that you have to get the door lock out. It was sort of fitted in here like this. You just wiggle it a bit and it sort of comes out. It just eventually comes out with a bit of patience. Then once you've got that out, you've got this big shield which is going over this casing. You have to basically wiggle it to the left outwards, and then if you look inside the door, there's like a rail. You have to free it from all that, and then it comes out. This comes out. Then once you've got that out, this sort of comes out of the door. It's attached to this rod. The lock is attached to the lock there, and I don't know if I can show you on camera. There's let's see if I can show you quick. If you're looking inside the door, I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's a hole down there, which is the lock to open and close the lever. You pull the rod out of there, you turn it 90 degrees and it pulls out, and then you've got the whole thing out. You've got the whole thing out like that, and then you have to unclip it from there so this bit comes off. This is the old one, so I unclipped it, and then putting the new one in is obviously a reverse procedure. So I'm starting to put it back in now. So the first job is put that in. Not sure if it's in the right way, if it's got to go that side or this side yet. Hopefully that's right. And then this bit's got to go in that bit inside the door. Right, so enjoy putting the door panel back. As I said, it's a reverse of what I've done. Right, so there you go. I've put the door panel back on, and there you go. Look, there's the door handle back on, and there's the car. So if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, it's John Martin UK, and hit the notification bell for future videos. And check out my other channel as well, Johnny Vlogger UK. That's my main channel, and this is my new channel, the second channel. Right, bye.